Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. Closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They go play action with Eason. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook.
Eason's pass.
That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
1st down, Indianapolis.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Eason sets to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Play action. It's Eason. Flushed out right. He'll fire one deep for Westbrook. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taking it about the 16. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Titan football.
At their own 23-yard line.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
He's tackled at
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Derrick Henry. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw, Haskins. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start with a give to Taylor. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll throw on 1st down with Eason. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. 39 yards there. A big one.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there. Turned it into a really nice game. They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score Colts 7, Titans nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Brings up
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Draw play, this is Henry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
on the carry.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Third down, here's Haskins. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun is Eason. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. O.J. Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Titans, nothing.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Number 22.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Gronk's first catch, good for a first down.
At the 38-yard line.
Running from the gun with Henry. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Eluding the pressure right. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Let's go. Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Haskins. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway. Yet again, Haskins is intercepted, 3rd time. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Lining up for the extra point.
So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses them about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And his throw is incomplete. A free safety, Malik Hooker, there in coverage.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Haskins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Oh, my goodness. I thought he'd peel off. Instead, he makes the fair catch at the 2-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 2-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And they'll have it just 5 yards away from pay dirt here, 1st and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Taylor. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get a 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts have got it on cruise control. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
53 is the mic. Bandit.
He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 45-yard line.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's the end of
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And right side, Henry's got it. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
by the time we have to
leave the booth.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. Mike check 33.
Eason. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Dory Jackson right there, step for step in coverage.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
He was brought down.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 52. Deuce, go.
Now Taylor. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Eason. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. He will push his way down to about the 14. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. And now he'll tuck it. Taylor hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. That catch good for only a couple. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Henry. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier, brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of a yard. brings up.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Derek Nottie makes the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
Here's Eason off the play fake. He'll take a shot downfield and that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
I'll give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Here's Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Colts just continue to pour it on.
The kick is good.
And his kick is right through.
Colts 49, Titans nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. But it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins flush to his right, and now he's going to use his legs. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 29-yard line.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Taylor, the ball carrier, brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And it's
just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Colts, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as